everyone. Today we are going to be looking at finding the volume of a solid cylinder. So our job is to answer this essential question of how do you find the volume of a cylinder? Well, first of all, what is a cylinder? Well, my can of tomato sauce here, is a cylinder. Okay, if you notice, it has a circle for a base, or the bottom of it is a circle, and then it is three-dimensional. It has a height. So our job when we're finding the volume of a cylinder is to find out how much stuff actually fits within this three-dimensional figure. Okay, so we're going to take cylinders and find how much stuff we can actually fit inside of these cans. Or if it's like a jar or something else that's cylinder. I don't have another cylinder thing in here. Oh, yes, I do. I have. Boom. Clorox wipes. Okay, so how much we can fit inside this cylinder. So we're going to be talking about base again today and looking at the base of the object, and then we're also going to be looking at the height. So the formula that we are looking for today is going to be V equals base times height. So first let's talk about the formula. So capital V, when you found the volume of like a rectangle or a box of tissues or something like that, you did 3 dimensions, right? So we had 3 dimensions on a box. You had the height, or you had the base, so length times width times height, so going upward. So length times the depth going back, or the width, and then the height of the object going up. And that would tell us how much can fit within a box for volume. So volume is 3 dimensions, and that's the same thing that we're going to be looking at with cylinders. Again, 3 dimensions, except a cylinder is different because we don't have the length and we don't have the width. So we're going to be using that base of a can, or the base of the circle, because cylinders are circular. So in our formula, volume is capitalized, the V is capitalized, and so is the B, because this B right here refers to the area of the base. And then we're going to multiply that by the height. So I want to break this down just a little bit. When we're looking at the base, we're actually looking at the area of a base. And then, of course, the height. Okay, and that is the volume. So let's start by talking about what is the area of a base. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw a cylinder. So we have our can here, and a can is kind of, when you look at it, it's going to look kind of at its kind of ovular like that, and then the back you can't see, so they're going to dot that line and then bring it forward like this. Yours is going to look much better. It's more rounded, I guess, here and then up. But this is what we have to look forward to. So if you love my circle drawings, you are going to love my can drawings. So let's say that we have our radius here. The area of the base, the capital B, is on the top. And then as far as the height goes, the height is going to be right here, the up and the down part. All right, so let's go ahead and do an example so that we can start solving these problems. All right, so example A Example A, we have a can or a cylinder, and it has a radius of 3 meters. And then we have, here's our height, and then the front of the can, obviously, and then of course it's 3-dimensional. So make yours look the best that you can so that it does look like a 3-dimensional figure. Okay, and this has a height of 6 meters. All right, so we're gonna again use the formula volume equals base times height. So the volume is gonna equal the base, the area of the base times the height. So the first thing that we need to look at is, what is the area of our base? Well, the base is going to be this part right here of the circle, or of our cylinder, I mean. It's going to be one of the edges of the can, either the top or the bottom. And we can see the top of the can, so that's why we're going to use the top of it. So we're going to do pi r squared to find the area. So the area of the base equals pi r squared. Sorry, that was my dog growling. She's very loud. We're going to do 3.14 times our radius, which is 3 squared. We already know how to find the area of a circle. So that's why we know to do 3 times 3 times 3.14. So 3 times 3 is 9 times 3.14. And that is going to give us a total of, let's pull this over here, we're going to go 9 times 3.14. That gives us 28.26. And now we're going to take this 28.26, B equals, and we're going to put that right in for the B. 28.26 times the height. Well, our height is right here, and it is 6. So we're going to then multiply that by 6. So times 6, and that gives us 169.56 meters cubed, or cubic meters. So 105.6 meters cubed. And we're going to use this little 3 here because we're actually using 3 dimensions. We've used pi, we've used the radius, and then we use the height. So when we're doing this, it's cubed because it's a 3-dimensional figure. It's how much stuff can fit inside of our can. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do another example so that way you can have this also in your notes. Okay, our next example says that we have a cylinder with a radius of 6 feet and a height of 3 feet. So a radius, so example B, we're going to have another can or cylinder, and the radius is 6 feet. There we go. And the height is only 3 feet, so this one's kind of short compared to it being wide, so 3 feet tall. Okay, so again, to find the volume, volume equals the area of the base times the height. So in order to find the base, we're going to use pi r squared. And so let's go ahead and solve for pi r squared. So our 3.14 for pi, our radius is 6, so we're going to go 6 squared. And we know that 6 times 3.14, 6 times 6 is 36, times 3.14. So let's go ahead and plug that into our handy dandy calculator. So 36 times 3.14, and that gives us a total of 113.04. So base equals the area of the base equals 113.4. But we still have to multiply this by the height because the formula says area of the base times the height. All we've done is found the area of the base of the can. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our height, which is 3 feet, and we're going to multiply that. So the area of the base times the height. So 113.04 times 3. So let's go ahead and do that. Times 3 feet. And that's going to give us a volume of 339 and 12/100ths. And this is going to be feet cubed or cubic feet. Okay, so that's how much stuff can fit inside that can. All right, I'm going to turn my page now. So if you still need this, go ahead and make sure that you hit pause so you don't lose what we wrote there. Oh my gosh. Talking is not working for me today. All right, our next can that we are looking at, or cylinder, this one is kind of like a rolled up paper towel tube. Okay, so, or a roll of toilet paper or something. And this one is on its side. So sometimes cylinders can be on their side, like this, laying down. Okay, so I want you to have that visual in your head as we look at example C. And example C, we have this kind of looks like this, and then again it's rounded here and we can't see, but we know. Okay, so this can has a height of 9 meters and it has a diameter of 4. So it says 4 meters. Okay, again, we want to have, so the diameter equals 4, but we want radius, right? So we want to know our radius is actually 2. So again, volume equals the area of the base times the height. So let's go ahead and look at the area of the base first. We know we want pi r squared. Well, our r is 2, 3.14. Well, 2 squared is 2 times 2, and that is times 3.14. Again, we're just using area of a circle here, just like we did in some of our last lessons. Area of a circle first, and then multiply it by the height. This is 4, and 4 times 3.14. Where did my calculator go? There it is. All right, so 4 times 3.14, and that equals 12.56. So my area of my base is 12.56. You're going to take the area of your base and you're going to multiply that by 9 for the height. Okay, so there's our height right there. Here's our height right here. It happens to just be on its side because if we were to take this and go from this way to this way, it becomes a height. All right, so 12.56 times 9 gives us a total of 113.04 meters cubed. That is our volume. Okay, so in order to find the volume of a cylinder, our first step is to find the area of a base, okay? Or in parentheses, you can just write the area of a circle. And then 2, multiply it by the height. That is it. Those are the 2 steps that we have done. Okay, so first find the area of the base, which is like a circle, and then multiply that by the height. All right, it is your turn now to do some try-its so that you can check your level of understanding here. So let's go ahead and look at your try-it. Oh, it's only giving you 1. Awesome. All right, so you have a cylinder, and it has a radius of 4 feet and a height of 15. So here is your try-it. This is actually like a really tall. You have a radius of 4 feet, right? Is that what we said? No. Yeah, 4 feet by 15. Oh my gosh, I was looking at the wrong problem. Let's not do that, Miss Englander. Okay, by 15. And this is 15 feet tall. All right, go ahead and hit pause right now so you don't hear me solving. And then when you are ready, come on back to the Google Meet and check your work. Alrighty, here we go. So we have the area of the base times the height. So the area of the base equals 3.14 times 4 squared. This is 4 times 4, which equals times 3.14. 4 times 4 is 60. Oh my gosh, no, it's not 16. Miss Englander, what happened to your math? 3.14. Okay, so 4 times 4 is 16. And then we have 3.14. I don't know what I was thinking there. Times 3.14. And that gives us a grand total for our area of the base as 50.24. We're going to take this now, and now we're going to do base times height to find the total volume. So volume is going to equal 50.24 times our height, which is right here, the 15. And 50 times 15, 50.24 times 15 is 753 and 6/10 feet cubed, or cubic feet. All right, how did you do on your try it there? Go ahead and answer your essential question. How do we find the volume of a cylinder? And then put your level of understanding out to the side. Where are you at with your understanding? And then when you are finished, you may come on back to the Google Meet and ask for help if you need it, or you can go on and do your practice work. As always, I appreciate all of your hard work and effort, and make it a great day.